Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of
Is My Point Valid?
Where we discuss topics and give you our points on those topics to see if it's all valid.
Is it valid?
I am your host, Brandon D. Stocker.
And I'm Camille A. Stocker.
And before we get started on the topic today, we want to acknowledge two different people. These people are very instrumental in our lives, our marriage, our business. So we want to first start out by congratulating Miss Lakeithia Walker of
The Melanated Queens, Hearts of Education, where we're showcasing the Melanated Queens today.
Yes, we are.
What did she do?
She sold out.
Sold out.
At the black market.
At the black market.
She did that. Yes, she did.
Yes.
So we want to give her a big round of applause for Miss Lakeithia Walker.
Absolutely.
Doing her thing.
Yes.
It was her first, I believe.
It was her first one.
Her first one, and she sold out all of her products. That is amazing.
Yes.
So once again, congratulations, Miss Lakeithia.
Yes.
We also want to acknowledge Miss Tiffany Townsend of Safe Ship Sugarland. On yesterday, she had her first vendor event, and what she was doing was just giving back, and it was a way of thanking the people who, her clients who actually do business with her.
Yes, small business Saturday. So
yes.
She was helping small businesses.
Yes, and it was her first one yesterday. So we want to give her a round of applause because it was a nice turnout. Yeah.
Thank you for that opportunity.
Thank you.
To have vendors there and showcase. And I also want to acknowledge all other small businesses who have either started this year or you've been in business for a while. I just want to say I am proud of each and every one of you.
And we want to congratulate you for taking that leap of faith.
Yes.
Because we know it's not easy.
Not at all.
And people tend to want to quit. But we're here to tell you that don't keep it moving.
Don't stop. Get it. Oh. But yes, I am proud of every small business who is accomplishing the things that they want to. So yes, like Brandon said, congratulations.
Yeah. But back to our regular scheduled programming. You are once again tuned in to Is My Point Valid? And today's topic is going to be
thou shalt not slander thy spouse in public. Y'all not gonna do it anymore.
Don't you do it. You better not.
But why not?
I told you not to.
Why can't I go out in these streets and tell somebody
because
crazy
you
things
gonna have
about
somebody believing what you say, and what you say is all emotional, and you ain't really feeling like that. You just sad and happy. You just
like
mad.
Tell me.
You just mad at yourself.
Oh, you gonna preach?
Huh? No, but yes. Thou shalt not slander thy spouse, thy friends, thy parents, thy children. Don't slander nobody in public. If you got something you want to say, if you have a problem with somebody,
say it to their face.
I bet you won't.
Come at me though.
I bet you won't.
What?
Huh.
I'm right here.
Nah, but yes, it's about respect. It's a lot of people out here who are online, especially online. That Facebook boy, he's a mother. He'll have you on them keyboard warriors.
With the cat
typing. You out here talking about your people. You got people who are friends with you and the person you're talking about. And they just as messy as you are because they all in your comments talking about girl or my hitter. You said that then y'all ain't said nothing because if they was that bad, why you still with them?
That's a word.
Why you still there? Why? I just want to know. It's baffling to me how you can say how somebody ain't and you with them. So
what does that say about you? What does that say about you? Because I feel like in a marriage, I am a reflection of you, and you're a reflection of me. because we took the union and we are one and God, like, I see it that way. And so I feel like if you do go out and say anything negative about me, then you're saying something negative about yourself. And so I know a lot of people don't view it like that, but think about it.
I lay up with this person every night.
Think about it.
What kind of person am I to go out and talk bad about her to other people? So when we go around them together,
they can look at me funny and be like, "Oh, you remember what Brandon said and this and that."
They over there whispering to my,
and I don't have a clue. That's crazy. And then, like I said, we're a reflection. But you're bad enough to take me around these people after you done talked about me? Like,
you's one disrespectful human being.
Tell me how that clicks.
It don't.
Okay, because I was like, okay.
It's unclicked.
Okay, like.
It makes no sense to me neither.
Here we go. I don't have words again.
And then the last thing, the one thing you do not want is for people who doesn't even know that person to form an opinion on them and feel some type of way about them based on the negativity that you fed them.
Because that's also a thing as well. You might know somebody, right, and I don't know them. And you'll tell me a negative story about them. So when it's time for me to meet them, I'm going into it like, well, he's told me this and this, and so I've already in my brain like, I don't really want to deal with. I don't want to deal with you. And it also works if somebody says something positive. You go into a situation what somebody said, but you might not be feeling that person, and then be wary of you going back and telling somebody else. Like, that's how things get mess get started. But such and such said, and such, aren't we a little too old to be such and such? And like, we're too old for that.
We're too old to be online talking bad about somebody anyway.
Yeah.
If you have a problem,
take it to that person.
Obviously you have a problem with that person. It's not with all of these people that you have in these conversations with, and what are they going to do for that problem anyway?
How will they solve it? Because you're feeding them, and then they'll go back and say, well, Susie said this, and then you'll be upset with Susie, and Susie already upset with you, y'all have to come to compromise and get that in order, because everybody gonna come tell you, and then they'll try, well, I didn't want to keep it because she came and told me. Like, how does that work? Like,
we need to grow up and learn how to communicate with one another, learn how to listen, and not just listen to reply.
And that should be, like, in marriage, that should be a number one thing. Communication. Listening while
understanding,
communicating, and execution.
Yeah.
And execute. How are you, when after that communication is said, are you really understanding what your spouse is saying to you on how they are feeling? They might have built up some stuff and coming at you, but are you really taking the time to hear them? And that was me in the beginning of our marriage. I would just build up things that Brandon was doing I didn't like. I would just build it up, but I would never go tell anybody, because I felt if I went and told people, I didn't want anybody forming an opinion on what I was saying. Because maybe at that time, whatever I said, I might have been, well, of course I was upset. Yeah, but it probably would have came out wrong. And something unnecessary might have taken place. And then it's like, ooh, my marriage or this relationship over here. And so, of course, my marriage is important, but you still want to be mindful of other relationships that you have as well. But you gotta be careful. And so you communicate with that person who you have a problem with. Talk to them. They might not understand. Okay? They might not understand.
They might not know.
Yes.
that what they're doing, how they're acting is a problem.
Right.
So you have to first realize that everybody doesn't have the same understanding as you. So
because you can be walking around feeling like this doing what,
and they just
and they don't know. They think that they're in the right, and a person will never know that they're doing you wrong if you never speak on it.
Yeah.
If you don't ever speak on it, so communicate.
If you have a problem, instead of worrying about, or instead of letting those problems build, when that problem comes, handle that problem.
Handle it.
Because the more problems that you allow to penetrate, the more you're gonna want to act irrationally.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to blow up.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to say and do things to hurt this person.
Yeah.
So in the midst of that, people have their own perception of the things that you're telling them. So you may be telling them one thing, but they might come out the situation with a whole nother understanding of what you said based on how you said it.
How you said it, hearing something different. And a lot of people, there's a meme that's like, you tell a woman something, she don't hear it. Like a man will tell you something straight on, but a woman won't hear it. She'll hear something different. And I ain't saying the meme is right, but I can speak for me. With like sometimes Brandon will say something that's like, so that's how you feel, but he would have said like, really, like that's how you feel, like you just not gonna like, but like, God dog, stop trying to be in your feelings. Listen to what somebody is saying. Mm-hmm. And then if you do not understand, don't get in your feelings. Ask again. Well, what did you mean?
Ask for some clarity.
What did you mean when you said this?
Yeah.
Well, I heard this. Well, and then another person can say, well, that's not what I meant. And
a lot of times it is that misunderstanding. People, we're not understanding what the person is saying, so we just
that's just like
form our own
people
thoughts.
Be like in text messages, well, I didn't.
No emotion.
No, but some people say, well, I didn't like how you said it in the text message.
Those are just words.
How do you understand, right? And I used to be caught up in that as well. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, wait, why he write like that? He didn't have to say that. Girl, sit down. Like,
them is just words.
Words on a phone. But somebody is talking to you face to face and you don't have the sense to say, well, what do you mean? You rather walk around and be like, okay. And then when you get in your feelings, we do have a tendency. I don't have a tendency, but a lot of people have the tendency to go vent to other people. I'm going to vent to Brandon about Brandon. I tell you what. And he going to get it. And he might not understand.
I may not want to understand.
That part right there.
But I have to come to the understanding that what you're saying to me is for my best interest.
Right.
And that's not the case for a lot of different people.
Right. Some people are trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
Some people are trying
first off, you need to realize what their motives are before you...
But I would think that anybody because we're really talking about marriage, so I would think that anybody that's in a marriage is really...
You would think.
I pray that's
you would think. You would think, but
y'all know how we 5 episodes in. Y'all know I'd be like, I just want everybody to work,
get along.
Can't we
all
just get along? Y'all know, like, so I'm like, if you just doing that to your spouse. Dang, you would really somebody random, right? Like, whoa. So stop slandering people. Talk it out. If you have a problem, face the problem head on. Don't go tell what Billy's doing. If Billy is doing something like out of line that he should not be doing physically, then you need to go
Tell somebody.
But
If y'all having some disagreement, or you're not willing to understand where the person is coming from, things, all those mental blocks, then it's not something that needs to be discussed outside of what the conversations that y'all are having. It needs to stop right there.
Yeah.
Don't let it go past your front door.
Right.
All that stuff needs to stay in the house.
Unless something like we're saying, unless something is really wrong.
Yeah.
But if it's just
now, if he whooping you on a daily basis, go find somebody and tell him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if Billy won't take out the trash and you done told him however many times, then you need to sit down with Billy and say, hey man,
you need to discuss the importance of not having trash in your house.
No, she got to take the trash out. But a lot of things I feel you should just in some instances you just need to start over on how your home is run, like, a marriage, and once again communicate, but just don't go talk bad about nobody.
It's not cute. It's not adult like.
Because you don't want anybody talking bad about you. Ooh, how would you feel?
Huh. Especially if you're going in on Facebook and you see it on Facebook and you got all these different people that both of y'all are connected to, but they're on there slandering you along with your spouse. And a lot of times when in relationships, the even though both of y'all know each other, both have the same friends, they'll choose sides. When it comes down to it, they're gonna choose a side. And if they're online slandering you with your spouse, then they've chosen that side. And there wouldn't be any side choosing if y'all just kept what y'all had going on in the house.
In your home.
Just keep it in the house.
What had happened? I remember, you used to know nobody. Well, I guess people did know people's business, but now it's just like the internet is
Front Street.
Man.
Huh. Put it on Front Street.
Man, I was never. If you ever see a post that Camille is saying something bad about him, it ain't me. It ain't.
Somebody done hacked her.
I was hacked.
And I'm not gonna say nothing bad about her unless it's to her face.
I was like, where are we going?
I'm not gonna say nothing bad about her online to none of my friends, none of that, because I don't need y'all looking at her sideways, because we go everywhere together. And that would just be stupid for me to be talking bad about her around people that I'm clearly gonna take her around, and they clearly gonna be looking at her funny because they clearly have their own thoughts.
Formulate your own opinion about me.
Exactly.
And then if you feel like, dang, why Brandon like her? I don't like her. Then that's you, okay?
Then you have to deal with me.
That's on you. You ain't gotta like me. But I would like you to like me. But but if you formulate your own opinion, then I totally understand. But I would feel some type of way if he's out there saying, well, my wife is, first off, why you can't talk to me? Like, that's just how I would feel about it. So, yeah, I know you would feel the same way if I would. You'd probably come out barking. Lord have mercy, I don't want them problems. I tell you that much. But yeah.
But I think we've made our points.
Yeah, we made a little short point because it's straight and
simple. Straight to the point.
It's not a lot to say about not slandering your spouse, your friends, your
One
family.
thing we can say is just don't do it.
Stop doing it.
Yes.
If you don't want anybody to speak ill about you, don't speak ill about anybody else. I know it's simple. I'm saying it's simple, but it's simple. It's shut up.
Because while them people are looking at that person crazy that you was talking about, they're also looking at you crazy for putting that information out there. Especially if they are some grown people. They're looking back at you like, what are you doing? What are you not doing? And why are you putting this out on Front Street? So you make yourself look crazy, talking crazy about other people.
Yeah, just
in the midst of all of it. So
do you let things go? Like let
just pray on it.
But don't go, like, just stop. Stop saying it happens in marriages. It happens in relationships, friendships. It happens in business. And that's toxic. Stop it. Just, like, we're grown.
It's cool to communicate with people and let them know that you have a problem with them. It's not cool for you to tell everybody around me about the problem that you have with me.
Right.
Because I'm going to have a problem with you once I find out that you've been telling everybody else about this problem you got with me. So that's not going to blow over.
And then that person's going to dodge you from coming to them. Like, come on. If you said something, admit that you said it. If you're wrong, admit that you're wrong. And I might not have to fool with you ever again, but we've come to the agreement that you were out of line. Yeah. And I think we need to get there as a people, because a lot of people just saying things, hurting, out of spite, and then sometimes you don't know that you've hurt a person. But they don't say anything, or they'll go slander your name. Like, it just becomes a whole
cycle.
A cycle.
A toxic cycle of misinformation and negativity.
So let's break that cycle. Let's stop and say, okay, I need to stop. I don't need to say anything negative about this person again. But maybe you need to reach out.
Just address it.
Maybe you need to reach out and then squash it. And like I said, it doesn't have to go any further than that. But then once you squashed it, don't say...
And stay away from them negative behind friends that love your negative behind information that you're giving them. They feeding off that negativity, and you steadily feeding it to them. They like the Cookie Monster. Stop it. It's not cool. It's not cute. And we ain't for it. So just stop it.
Just stop.
Just talk to your people.
Talk.
Communicate.
We have
mouths.
Understand. And slander is also subliminals, y'all. Stop that crap.
Because most people know who you talking about anyway.
Stop.
And that's why they all in your comments talking about, girl, you said that. You said, no, you ain't said nothing. Just because you're talking loud don't mean you're preaching. So, stop it.
Stop. Subliminals are a slander, and because, like Brandon said, half the time we know who you're talking about.
And we laughing at the both of y'all, because both of y'all seem like clowns.
I ain't laughing. I'm looking like y'all need to stop. Like, why would you do that? Ooh, stop. But that goes in every case. Of course, we came into it talking about marriage, but family. Stop slandering your siblings. And then stop that mess.
Don't slander your siblings to your siblings.
Man, if you got something to say, go tell that sibling. And then y'all hash it out and whatever. And then bam, boom, thank you, ma'am.
And come to the table with your own mind. We don't need you thinking with somebody else's mind, because we're not going to resolve any of the problems that we have if I got to speak to you through somebody else.
Just
come,
communicate.
Yeah.
People, and I think this is where people get it twisted. A lot of people are willing to listen. Like, if you come in with an apology, I think people are willing to listen, because even for me personally, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to know why you did it. Why did you say this? I want to know. Like, it's always going to be on my brain. It's not in the forefront, but I want to know. So yes, let's stop slandering. Let's cut it out. If you have a problem, face it head on.
Let people form their own opinions on other people. Don't block your blessings out here. Don't block other people's blessings talking bad about people that the person that you talk about should be connected to. That is not what's up. Yeah. So don't block your blessings. Don't block somebody else's blessings, and let people form their own opinions on other people.
That's it. That's all we're saying.
That's it.
Growth. And we know it takes growth. Like I said at the beginning, I would just build up everything. But I have come to a place in my life where I need to talk to my husband. Where if I have a problem with anybody, I will be okay. I will be okay to be honest with them and tell them, okay, well, yeah, I felt like this. And I just want everybody to
just be honest with yourself. Yeah. Be honest enough with yourself to bring that to the forefront to the person who you having that problem with.
Honesty, communication,
respect,
loyalty, all that factors into this. Yep. Stop slandering, y'all. It ain't good. It ain't good.
Don't do it. Don't you do it. No, but I think that we have made our points.
We did.
And I think that our points are valid.
I think so. Is your point valid? Let us know down in the comments below. Because we want to know if your point is valid too. Hey, somebody do that up and send it to me.
We want to know. Yes. But we come to the end of another episode of Is My Point Valid?
Yes.
And we want to thank everyone for tuning in. Be sure to tune in every Monday where we have a new topic and we will discuss our points and we'll find out from you guys if they're valid.
Oh, if you want to have your point, let us know. Like, give me a topic.
Yeah, we'll discuss it.
I'll discuss it. Yeah. We discuss it. You discuss it. Everybody discuss it.
We all discussing, communicating, and all that good stuff. Yeah. But thank you for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next Monday. Bye.